basically the plan. Oh my god, I'm like saying basically 5 times. There are 32 days until my board exam, and today I'm gonna be taking you through the process of me trying to organize my time that is left. So basically, the plan is I'm gonna be doing a timetable or a sheet on Excel where it's basically a to-do list, and I'm figuring out like how many past papers I want to do for every subject. So I'm gonna give you a bit of a background. Basically, I am taking 3 subjects this year: AS chemistry, maths, and biology. The one that matters the most is biology, since I'm most probably gonna be going in a medical field. However, I do want to get high A's in all of these subjects. I want to solve 5 years of past papers. That means 2018, 19, 20, 21, and 22. That's 5 years. If I get more time, which I doubt, but like, I like dreaming big. Um, I am gonna be solving, more, going backwards, so 17, 16, and so on. But this is the primary goal. I'm gonna be going onto Excel, and I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna be doing this thing. So I have a basic idea in mind, which is how I'm gonna do it in like a day. So in one day, I usually like solving for 2 subjects. Some people like solving for 1 subject, some people like solving for 3 subjects. However, I feel like 2 is the optimum, because if you get bored or if you get stressed out from 1 subject, you can always switch and give yourself a break from that 1 subject that you've been doing for so long. However, if it's one only, I can get overwhelmed pretty easily. Like if it's math, I can't solve math the entire day. It will mess me up pretty bad. And I can't solve 3 subjects a day because this is like all over the place in my opinion, and it's also overwhelming. So I feel like 2 is the best and most optimum. The amount of papers per day, I'm not really sure how many papers I can solve per day. I don't want to burn myself out because there's only 1 month left and there's no time to get back from a burnout. But I also want to optimize the time, since when you solve a paper, you need time to look through the marking scheme and you need time to basically reflect on everything that you have solved. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna be assigning every day a past paper. I feel like a better goal or a better endpoint is to assign every week a bunch of past papers. So if I miss some past papers in a day, I can always like add them to the next day, or just like shift stuff in my schedule. Like I want a schedule that is flexible, because I know if I assign every single day of the month a specific past paper and try to finish all 5 years, I will mess up in like the first 3 days, and then the entire month is gonna shift, and it's just not gonna work out. I feel like what could work is if I set a goal for the end of the week. So in this week, I want to solve XYZ past papers for chemistry, bio, and maths. And since there's like 4 weeks exactly left, that means 4 end goals. I feel like organizing this and doing like endpoints for every week, not only is it possible, like doing endpoints for every day is impossible basically, but doing endpoints in a week, not only is it possible, but it motivates me and keeps me going and keeps me in track of what's going on. It's very organized and I like the idea and I want to implement it. If it doesn't work out, I'm gonna freestyle like last time and solve as many papers as I can. Okay, so I'm back and here is the final look. So let's start with this thing. This telling us what each week is gonna be all about, when it starts and when it ends. I'm gonna start from today because I am trying to maximize the amount of papers I can do, and like I want to leave some time at the end. As you can see, there's like final preparation, like a couple of days here where I can revise for every subject that I have coming up. 4 weeks exactly, and then we have a couple of days for preparation here, like 3 days I think, or 4, depending on whether April has 31 or 30 days. It's 30 days. Anyways, this is a table that I have already had before, and I have been working with before. it tells you what subjects you're gonna be studying or solving for every day of the week. I don't go with it like strictly. This is only like a guide. Like if I am lacking in one of the subjects, I will, study for it, even if it's not its day. And it's gonna be completely fine. Like I can alter this throughout the week, but this is just like an overall look. And then as you can see, Friday and Saturday is empty because also in my original design, Friday and Saturday were empty days where I basically do whatever I want, whichever subjects I want, because like I have the entire day for myself. So that's cool. Yeah. Then there is the exam timetable because I had to take a look at what's going on. So I'm not gonna go through this, but this is my exam timetable, and this is what I'm concerned about. This big chunk here is just wow. However, I'm not that concerned. Like, I am concerned actually. I'm concerned about this, to be exact, because there's like a week between this and this, and then a week between this and this. However, this big chunk is quite concerning, not gonna lie. So, yeah. Now, this is the main thing we're gonna be focusing on. But this could only work, okay, if we take this little chunk into consideration. So what this chunk is basically it tells you how many papers I approximately solve per day and thus per week. So per day, I would say like 3 papers. But like let's get into this like later. Let's just look at the plan first because this also depends on the plan. So the plan is during this month, solve and focus only on paper 2 for chemistry and biology. So biology, chemistry, physics, sciences of AS, they are 3 papers. So paper 1 is MCQs, paper 3 is lab, paper 2 is the most important one, which is the theory paper. And as you can see here, if we go back to my timetable, entire month I'll focus more on paper 2. And I'm going to try to finish at least 4 years of paper 2 during this month because I could not fit in 5 years. So this is the main chunk, the 4 weeks we were talking about. And then for every subject, we have the years you're going to be solving and then the number of papers you're going to be solving per week. If we take the approximation into consideration, and I approximated that I do 3 papers per day, that means if 3 papers per day and you have 7 days in a week, then that's 21 papers per week. And then you divide those 21 papers on 3 subjects and you get 7 papers per subject. So 7 papers per biology, 7 papers per chemistry, and then I split pure and stat into 4 and 3. However, I can alternate between pure and stat because I have solved a lot of pure and stat full papers before. So this is just like an overall general look, and then I'm gonna go like by myself and see what I've solved and what I did not solve and figure out math because I did solve a lot of papers from these years. So I can alternate between pure and stat, but this is just a general. Okay, so my phone died, so like my camera died too, but I'm gonna continue. Again, I did solve a lot of these papers for these subjects, but I did not look through what I did solve and what I did not solve, since I can just go back and edit my goals on my own, but this is just like a rough. And as you can see, these are only like 4 years. Sadly, I could not fit 5 years. However, there is like a week between the papers here, so I could solve like a lot of stuff during that week or just do plain revision or anything like that. And since I did solve a lot of papers from these years, I can still solve papers from 2018. And I don't necessarily have to solve full past papers. I could also just like look through the questions of 2018. I don't have to like do the paper with time and everything like that. So yeah, this is the overall goal. This is the overall like, you know, the look of this plan. It seems pretty solid to me. I feel like 3 papers per day is not, it's like lenient, but also the perfect amount of papers I can do, while also checking the paper and looking through my mistakes, while also like giving me time to take breaks. And there's also still time to like add a fourth paper per day. And if I did miss one paper per day, I could always like add it to the next day or something like that, because I put a lot of space in each day for alternation and flexibility. And overall, I'm pretty proud of it. I'm pretty proud of it. And I see this going places. I don't know, but I'm gonna link this down in the description. If you try this, like let me know in the comments, because I would love to see who tried this. Um, it seems pretty promising to me, at least. Uh, yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I can't really do an outro because my phone is dead, but let me know in the comments if you tried this and if there are any alternations I should be doing. Then again, there's like a couple of days before my first exam, so I could solve papers or revise. So there are days like after this month where I could solve more papers and complete my goal of 5 years of past papers. But 4 years for now is solid. There's time to solve for paper 3, which is lab, and there's time to solve for paper 1. Um, but yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next video. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you want more videos like this, or if you have any video recommendations. Bye bye.